like a man. I like it. Oh.
I said, so he's got these little turds all in the house. He said, no, he's got a little dog.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I said, you're kidding. So the next week I made the bunny rabbit and put a mask on it.
Oh.
And the back of the rabbit is made out of stethoscope and a heartbeat symbol and everything. And the front was just solid blue. And I put zippers and all. Let me see if I can bring it up.
You're saying there was a sign up or sign up for public comments?
No, just sign in that you're here.
Fantastic job, and you're going to see that throughout this video. But you're going to see
And then they'll randomly take you.
They don't want me
The
to.
first thing I asked was,
Because I'll just start singing. Do they really only? Is this?
Oh, it's a railroad track.
Therese?
Yeah.
Brett, is this a sign-in sheet for public comments or just people that are here?
People that are here.
Okay.
Here, there's another one.
What is this for?
Comment.
If anybody wants to look at this here, you can put them in there.
Just.
That's going to change a little more. Robert's.
Do you want me to sign it?
Well, start numbering.
that's just that you attended.
Only two
Want me
public
to write
comments.
Suzanne?
One at the beginning. Subject. And then the comment.
Super sign.
Give anybody the wrong impression, but.
I do too.
Sometimes you tend to take that.
Good, they're comfortable,
Why did
right?
you wear them?
Don't you just say that?
Well, I only wear them on Sundays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
would.
have. No, I just.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I mean,
Great.
Any of them that are on there.
Hey.
I just say.
Hey, Bob. Robert. Will you sign your names just that you're here?
Do it. My hands don't
Do
work.
you want me to sign it?
Yes,
Washington State.
What's your last name?
Martin
Do you want me to put my last name?
Go ahead.
That's my.
We live in Crystal River, but we've been watching Jeremy for years.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Do you
This
go
is
on
so
this auction?
interesting.
Can you pass it to the beautiful women next to you?
Do you do the
Here's a pen
auctions that-
too.
No,
I think they already did.
They did?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't do any of
I'm
that.
a retired auctioneer.
Oh, yeah, it's old stuff.
But,
It's-
yeah, it's just
I used to have
that
them on auctions.
Shucks, I can't
I
find
live in a fifty.
her rabbit that I made.
And I live in Fort Myers. So I'm a retired cop, but anyway, I had big auctions for years. And I realized after we were 50 people come
I went outside. It was, I was fine until I left the room. And then Bob's talking and Jeremy's in his car in the air conditioning and I'm dying. It's not much fun.
I saw your car parked out here tonight, so I knew you was here.
Is there something wrong?
No,
Not
that was
yet.
you parked.
Huh?
Here's the kind of little.
Just teasing you where you parked.
Oh, cute.
So,
Makes it easy.
I can't find her.
You parked.
Oh, cute.
So,
Makes it easy.
I can't find her. We take over.
Yeah. Nice. Hey, I'm in the clothes. I don't need anything.
I never our mother didn't allow us.
Which shows that you're never too old to learn something new
Well, you know what did it
change
for
your
me?
life.
I started just fooling the older farmers ran to me in storage.
Oh, nice.
I said, I don't even know them. She said they were my daughters.
Way back you had there.
I said, they were? Yes. She says, yeah, I lost my husband.
No, just come walk here.
Oh.
I said, oh
Oh,
my.
my.
I know her, you know.
Here for a while.
Yeah.
So busy.
She said, why don't you?
Can't do anything
Maybe you
anymore.
can get some money out of
She
it. I
got
said, what if I
$32
do?
million.
I'll bring you them. She says, no, I won't take it.
So you're paying it forward.
Very much so.
Oh, that's
And the company, CC Wright.
I just,
Yeah,
I get
very
real.
good. Are they online too?
film when it comes to.
What?
Are they online?
I'm not real religious. Yeah,
Yeah, six.
A lot of them.
yeah, but, she's,
Well, that's pretty, I think that.
Use that water for the one thing it is good for.
how to help.
Flush the toilet.
That's,
Between her and my.
that's true, yeah, of course.
I told the other fellow, once you're over 50 and on blood pressure medicine, it's out of your control.
Yep, exactly.
So I just have covered up.
No, you
When I
should consider
Sunday or
yourself.
Sunday.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was just
far
like-
Steve
I was,
Wonder.
I consider myself.
Name cards today, this is good.
Try now, my old age.
Looking fancy now.
Yeah, but between everybody, the way I want
Give
to.
people ideas of where they're supposed to sit, hopefully.
Yeah, look for anybody.
Well, assuming they show up.
It's all fit.
Where your brother's stuff probably.
Well,
I'm Mary, Mary.
there you go. I have no reason to be here.
That's true. Keep up your foot.
It's good fire, you know.
Yeah.
Tomato, tomato.
It's the same. Anyway, it's still red.
Honestly, if I was there, I wouldn't show my face
I'm
around
so
here.
jealous.
It's like my girlfriend, and she follows us all the time. I go, I see the check and I go, well, where did the $90
Jeremy has.
You know, there will be a audit on that. It's not bad.
They're up there where the
go?
Texas.
The picture was rough and just like, she's wearing right here.
They can't account for every nickel of them.
Oh,
Then
you
you're
got
talking
this.
about federal funding.
Where
And
your actually come from.
Oh, in Texas.
GAO will find their money eventually. The government accounting office, they will come looking for
$12.
Great. They should.
A man's shoe.
So I got.
Oh.
So does Chevron today.
Hamilton and Bronson.
Boy, he's a green lantern.
Are you from here?
Right?
Washington State. Washington State.
Ooh, that's a long drive.
She's from Corpus.
But,
So I came down to visit her and
Ah.
she watches these guys all the time. So that's what she wanted to do when we were this close. So I said, okay.
Yes, Dad.
She sent me a few videos here and there and I watched it. So I kind of know what's going on.
Yes.
You know, some of the funny
Yeah, I
videos.
mean, I never
where you're
until she made the.
They get to live here, not in Otter Creek.
Everybody, yeah, oh, I guess, like, where was I?
Their faucet was actually one of
Brett runs the Facebook page.
Oh, good.
She was pretty good.
We can slow it down, the guy goes.
Trying to control
Can I have a phone?
I have a son.
What did he do? Besides being born in Indianapolis?
Oh, I get that. He was faced with a decision many years ago. He,
Earlier this morning, you know, this is the unpaid position. He recognized he doesn't want to take it home.
anyway, my son, my next
Yeah, try to help, so I help.
is,
And his car, he was watching all the fire blankets and everything.
was faced
Rick
with
Over walked up behind him.
Retired county government, so they're trying to point in the right direction. All of this went sideways. I'm like, well, this is not how we
Robbie runs with him.
I think the tiny
so my
house.
son,
Yeah, he walked that boat.
Says it was.
Now, this is one.
They changed the
Hundreds of thousands a day.
rules.
Rules. Just for me to comment like that. He knows who he was, you know?
Rings when we got back on.
I say, here's the name. I was like, I need another car. They insure 5 of my vehicles, right? You know, why would I need a rental?
him and John live in Wade's cousin.
Two pickup trucks, 3 cars. I think I got it covered.
Oh, you do.
And
Her husband, they got like 4 rigs too.
I brought my cat to the vet today and brought a stool sample. Forgot to give it away. It's in my purse. I can't even not tell people that.
30 minutes, there won't be a seat
Come
left
out
in
to
here.
Diagnosed with broken
Bubba's,
nose.
like there in
That's
France.
Well,
And that's a bar.
check the agenda for tonight. There's,
He said, John, he said,
things that
I
are.
got a huge favor to ask you, man.
She might have.
And then what you can do is travel, it's cheap for, end up with your
I want you to take care of
27
it. And he
Sure,
was
give us
just-
another bad trip.
Yeah. Famished from today.
He said, no, I want you to take care of it. He said, I told you.
Did you get them straightened out yet?
That's what I wanted.
Getting closer to hiring a full-time position.
Hi.
Just a family.
You go back to tending the ducks.
Yes, that's my favorite. For about to have one.
He said, John, I
That's
told
it.
you not to leave.
Bryce, I live on the lake. Bryce, I don't have more. Just the long-legged chicken cranes.
He wants me to have cranes.
I'm not supposed to touch them.
Oh, okay. Did you sign it? I feel like, do I just turn it over for?
What is that?
It's a it's, no, this is just a sign-in sheet of who.
I can get another paper with lines on it. Hold on 1 second. Just draw a line down the middle so people can
There
sign
you
on the
go.
other side. I used to teach kids.
So did I, and now I feel really stupid, because I thought I was cool with the turning it over thing.
You still may be.
Nah.
You might have to still.
A lot of
You
people
never
setting out the
know.
cars.
I saw Richard out there.
And the next day, she said, I
He's out there. Hey, you have a handicap parking spot.
Tell me about it.
we changed it to look like this place.
Can I take
I want to do
that?
one better than that.
We're all handicapped.
Can I take it and just like, I'm just kidding.
Here we go. Where's the paper?
Jim's still there.
You're on.
He was straight down.
Run at it.
What?
See what is so crazy is Lisa,
Teresa knows who was here.
I have 4,000.
John had no idea.
So she can send thank you notes.
Might be go away notes. Please quit coming.
Sure.
I'll be the someone came in person.
That's gonna take them one.
She didn't know when to
Well,
do.
thank you.
There's someone to get it.
See you guys were
She's not sorry that she.
We're starting a new line of.
There's all the difference in the world.
It's been a blessing. Well, not necessarily. My son's 47. Released
high school.
I ended up with
I had to move them apart a little bit more because my hips are. The average.
He didn't usually.
My hips don't.
Take care of your life.
And she's made it clear that she's not gonna just hand everything to
And do it again, yep.
Yes, we did.
And the first time we had some stock.
I kind of want to move the books around. Does somebody organize the books, like in alphabetical order?
You're like the librarian?
Well, no, I want like funny titles to be in the background.
Oh.
Like Mind Seed. What?
And that's because of that.
I have
He's
very,
dedicated
very,
everything
I love
to preserving that kid. And we'll see what happens. Let me find, where's my picture? Let me see if I can, I hope it's on this side.
Install the switchboard.
Daniel Still, their senior K.
I hope I'm not.
Yeah, Nicholas Sparks, awesome. I see Ding Lucas over there.
Now you're sick and clean? You don't know anything about it.
And just say the word, I'll move.
I was out of here. You're fine.
Don't you hate it when something seems to
Halfway through this, my left knee's gonna go, hey, stretch out. I need to be on the edge.
Yeah, I understand
So it's
that.
all titanium.
Yeah.
I'm blasted with TSA. I got so much metal in me courtesy of the Marine Corps, it ain't
My
fun.
sister
Yeah.
just texted me, she said,
Pins in
yes.
this shoulder, pins in this shoulder, total left knee here.
Oh, I completely understand. Semper Fi. I didn't have to get any kind of metal put in me, but they said it was bone on bone and that was all normal.
Yeah. Normally from 80.
Right.
Service related.
And that's exactly what they give me.
You're better off not using the VA.
They give me 0, 10% on my back where I had 3 of my vertebrae cracked.
Just got all my messages.
10% is all they
Blown
want.
out. L5, L4, L3,
Yeah.
gone. I'm 100% safe.
We can pick her up, Dr. Pepper and Motion.
I guess figured out whatever.
It's good for little spurts, I can do stuff, and it's something that I
I
got
know
to
you
sit
got it on
down
hand
for.
in your house.
Jobs won't let me do stuff like that, so.
Yeah. I
Dr. Pepper and
Oh,
Motion.
no, 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 no.
I just got your message.
I haven't
Dr.
been,
Pepper and Motion.
Yeah.
have been since 90.
Well, I don't, yeah.
they're all made in one place in the plant.
It's just one of them things you kind of used to the pain, you know what I mean?
Unfortunately, I did.
You know, you want to sit
No, because
We're separated.
we're
Thank you
separated.
for your service.
Because he won't
never
say
know what to
something
say.
that I want.
Me either. He won't tell me that. I don't know what to say.
You know what
I'm
I
just
mean?
like, thank you.
Yes, yes. He knows,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's pretty
Does anybody need a water?
But yeah, I get cold. That's why I don't wear like hats. I don't like
Bob's gonna stand up and tell Jeremy that he's
All
a
tags with my daughter.
Because that's how he feels.
Yeah, I got like that. You
That's how you
back my truck and I've got a Marine Corps flag in my yard, but other than that.
That's not true.
My daughter always told me to act around me, so.
He has a lot
That's the point, we go somewhere else, she always carries.
cell phone.
I've been my medication, yeah.
It would mean a lot. And you know, every
I haven't touched that for about 6 months.
Yes,
That's why you're not getting.
All embarrassed by the
Yeah.
across the back of a chair in the living room, and that's it.
Yeah.
You don't.
She insists I gotta put something on.
And
Yeah.
I said to my son, I'm standing there taking these pictures. I said,
All our
"Oh, will it that?"
Yeah.
He said, "Hey."
Usually best not to get
Yeah, if I win or lose,
Yeah.
this is how it works, you know.
Yeah.
You can only find out enough that you do win, did you really win, did you go lose?
We are.
She doesn't say loud on the play with her.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that worked out well.
Yeah. July.
David back after we got we got two
He's doing
things.
great. He had one Wednesday. Everything's great. But he can't.
Yeah.
That's my street.
I've lost a couple of mine.
So now,
You're worth arguing about.
But I mean, thanks for their support.
Same with
I
age, you
know,
kind of
just
get that
like.
wisdom that it's not.
Eventually learn to quit touching the electric fence.
It's a lot of.
You quit.
Yeah.
I said, you're telling your dad you can't drive. I said, well, heck, you boy.
Will Deanna be able to sit next to me? Or I'm gonna put a camera in here.
Hey, I might turn it around. But wait, no, I thought she was sitting there.
I don't.
Thank you for
What did you say? You don't know what?
The pace car drive? It was
I don't know anything.
It was on a 47-degree back. He said, look, you
You guys like this?
Yeah, yourself? Yeah. It's been pretty hot. How you doing, Jerry? I'm good.
I'm gonna wash my hands. I got ice cream. Is that?
Yeah.
Sorry. Jeremy asked if
Did you want to go down there and sit down? I'm sure he'll let Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's why I'm just kind of.
How are you?
I gotta pull that chair out of my truck.
I got one in my back in my car too.
Hog rockers, I'm gonna try those, they're pretty good.
This is my last car accident. I put on 100,000. I don't know stuff like that. I don't land on the floor.
Well, this has got legs to catch it, so you can't roll back too far.
Yeah.
But they're pretty comfortable. They hold, something like 325 pounds, some of them are like.
Yeah, I'm getting back down there, but take your time to get back to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we found out, that date's good.
It's just a sign-in sheet.
Yes.
It's not, you're not signing up to.
We were just talking about that.
Oh,
This one's the best one too.
Just talking about his work truck.
Yeah. Dick's scoring good, man. They're so nice.
Whatever you guys determine, I'll make sure I'm on here and I'll
You might as well sign your sister.
Yeah, they are nice. They're so nice. And they're only like $10 more than the Walmart ones. They've held up pretty good. Dick's Sporting Goods? Yeah, well they got, I bought this one as the medium and they got a really large one. But the large one,
I'm gonna get up and I was putting my hand check in. That'll tell you how many
Yeah.
I've sent right here.
these ones are a little bit different. They're not round. They're like octagonal. But yeah, I've been them all the time. Beat them up. They have a much larger one than this. But I'm not big enough, so it like constantly pushes me forward. This one, you sit down and it just automatically.
That's the same thing I got. That's what I was just.
They're
telling
epic,
Sal.
man. They're awesome. I got the large one, the medium one. I like the medium one. The large one like
I've got the large one out in my truck. 'Cause I'm,
pushes you forward a little bit.
yeah, I'm a little bigger.
Well, I put some big one. I put some big guys in my large one, and still they say the same thing. Like it pushes them forward a little bit. This one,
Constantly rocking it.
yeah, this one like you sit down, it just puts you in that perfect like spot. There's no pushing forward.
This one holds, it was like 325 or
Yeah.
350, so I think that's why it gets more resistance. So.
Yep.
You can have this one, you have. I brought this one, this is my old answer, but you need it back.
I won't run you on it.
I have to see if there's some more chairs in there.
Yes, sir. Sorry. I knew I should have put this down yet.
It might not be now.
Yeah, these chairs though, once I found those, I won't buy the Walmart ones anymore.
I tried a Walmart one first, and then I saw that, and I took the Walmart one back and got.
I caught the Walmart ones on sale. I got 2 of them for like $30.
I've gone through like 30 of them. Like they just don't last. They tear the cloth.
The one I've got is heavy canvas, some of it, but it's for big guys.
It's still made from Walmart though. They never last. Like it's.
We go out of here.
No more?
I'll show you the one in the back of my car when we leave out of here. It's pretty sturdy.
We could possibly set a speaker up outside if you wanted.
It's a whole crap load of chairs nobody's sitting at. I just need to.
They'll tell them, man, once people start coming in, they're gonna want seats. Wireless dongle, we haven't used yet, if they want, just put the speaker outside and have a plug outside and cook. If you want to talk to them, we got that little speaker. So if we want to plug that outside, we could in theory plug that outside too. If we want to plug someone, if they want that, if they don't, they don't. I don't care.
Jeremy, we pick on the local work. What's that? Locals pick on local workers. Is that true? Absolutely. I'm in trouble.
You need to sign it, or you already signed on?
Oh, I'm good.
All right.
I learned from the military, I don't give my John Hancock to anyone anymore.
They kicked me. I've got a DD-214 since they don't want me no more.
Last time I signed my name, I ended up 6 years overseas. I don't do that anymore.
6 years in the Marine Corps. I'm broken enough, they don't want me no more.
Yeah, that's what they told me.
Yeah, but they put all the metal pieces back in me to hold me together and like, go home.
My brain stem's like pulled like 2 inches from my brain. They say whiplash can just be like lights out for me.
I was in the Marine Corps. Ain't nothing in there. They didn't issue me one. The one they gave me, they took back.
It's so hard. Convince yourself of it.
My house name is Dan.
We should have said,
So,
we should have said, bring your own.
and I told him that.
Here, I got mine.
I met your son last week, or last month, I mean. I don't remember if I met you, but I definitely met your son.
Well, this is just the shirt from him.
Yeah, I live in, do you know Frank Watson? Right across the street, that house is one I live in.
We're just doing a sign-in.
Yeah.
You're not signing up to speak.
I was living in that house there, so no,
Put you up, you're good. Put you up, you're
What's that on the Facebook?
I'm one of the local clouds and get to try to parade the circus.
I don't know what they're asking for, no, it's more than.
This right here?
Yeah, right now.
That's you. Are you on Hudson? So the Hudson boys, we've got the Hudson sisters. Now we've got the Hudson men. Bring them on in.
Can I show you a picture?
So who's coming?
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
She always says, this is my older sister,
I
Joyce.
just do YouTube, I don't do, are you live?
No, they were asking if there was a
9
live
months
YouTube.
before each other.
I'm live, not yet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you go live, right? I will go live.
But they were
You're
looking,
live
they
too?
were looking for a live YouTube.
Yeah, I want to.
Not a
I just need it.
Was that? Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Everybody paid me to do it since I was here, so.
Spotlight, whatever.
Hey, look here.
Jeremy doesn't post his live.
Yeah, the video like YouTube. Yeah, that's what I learned all that, so I'm gonna do that too, because you get more content.
Absolutely. I don't blame you.
People prefer the whole video.
Yeah. Well, they want to watch it live.
But I don't explain it, I just give it to you as is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know where.
Brother, I couldn't explain it.
Yeah, I'm not.
I do watch his when he's You're doing a good job.
Thomas Collins?
Yes, sir.
Good job. Good job on the videos.
Thank you.
I subscribe. Love when you got that boat on that trail. It's all over help. Yeah.
I love their
Brett was the operator, that's this man right here. So, putting it on there?
I don't know how you can stand on the heat.
Bug spray, and I try to wear a thick shirt. I'm a sweater, plus it's been raining and humid.
Long sleeve top.
I have this open, it's too hot for all that.
Yeah, that needs.
Pants is enough, you know.
There's an open seat here. I can sit here.
Yeah, we have a good time to do it. Go down for a couple days. That's what happened.
That's why I shared it online. I'll tell you what they did.
You need any garbage post sticks or anything?
I got some grabbers, they're working, Johnny gave me some, and I got some
I
grabbers.
got some stainless steel. Pencil rod. I can make them some stabs too.
A lot of people tell me to get a broomstick or.
Kind of all the nail in.
For me, it's easier just just grabbing it, it's just my back, all that minute, but I just grab it.
I swear, like,
Some people say rake it in a pile. Well, it's kind of hard to rake it in a pile when you got all that brush on it. So literally, you know, there's some spots you can rake it in a pile. Just do it, I would rather you.
Yes, court works around and make this for the county. Just keep going. Like to grab it.
I saw it.
5 gallon bucket to grab it. And just fill up and done in from. Road bridge for 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it must look like a hamburger meat. On that, you can tell
Put a
the
video
cow
out
was
today,
still off the
clean some
road.
more out there.
26 running.
For trash bag.
Have you had people start helping? Mean there or
Brett's
anything?
helped, I had 2 younger kids who helped. I mean, it's coming along, takes time. You know, I did this on my own. They wanna help me.
And they are. Is that his name? He finally appears.
You know, when I worked 2 summers here during school, there was 3 jobs. Small school in
Now I have to read this. He's doing okay. We're, pulmonary is good. My cardiologist, she's on the phone with our doctor today and everyone should. Help monitor. It's hard. Make sure it's on the face. Worse than what it was. So, new technology.
Yes, it is. It's definitely coming. Yeah. It's definitely coming. And that's going to be so much nicer when these, all these things come up, so you only have to have problems all the time.
Yeah, because,
Yes, I am.
One thing that water's
Here
good
it's
for.
40 miles anywhere to me.
Flush it.
No matter which way you're going. And you better go that way, because you want the best one.
Don't drink it, right? Reminds me of overseas. Just don't drink the water.
Them old water buffaloes, so we had to drink from.
Well, we were in Afghanistan, and we're tasked with setting up a new FOB. We're going to go around, put all the HESCO baskets up, put all the tents up, solely from nothing. Just bought a sand with this little river running through, and we built a whole FOB around it. Well, finally they start bringing in these big shower containers and stuff, so we can finally get a shower like a month and a half in. Well, we've been showering in this little stream and stuff the whole time, drinking water out of the little stream. So they get the showers in, then they bring water testers out. And instantly it's, don't drink the water anymore. Oh, okay, you've been letting us do that for a month and a half now. All of a sudden, now don't drink it?
Yeah, them water buffaloes we drink is problem. Drinking straight bleach, you know?
Me, yes, me. What? Me.
This is going to be Mr. Warm. This phone, it's not right now. He's not on. But it is going to be Mr. Warm. Oh, so sorry. Kick this or move it out of the way. Are you going this way? Yeah.
Why is that going to be so?
So this is going to be Mr. Warm, and he needs to be able to be heard, I guess. So where should I put him?
You should have a proper fucking computer and headset, and if he's a lawyer with that much money, you should have a proper.
About 3 a.m. every morning.
Yeah, I've still got my book.
So they know I'm not going to shoot it. My side guard every morning at 3 My neighbor over there, we don't mess with them, and they're wrong. Like, they just gonna come up to late bed every night. There's deer tracks all over my driveway every morning.
and then it costs me
But since I don't hunt them, I can hang out. I don't care if it's like I just about the ones I can get from my porch. There's half a dozen whitetail lights in my yard every morning at 3 a.m. But I don't want them. So they can graze all they want.
11 sized turkeys back there on 6th Street the other morning. Act like they were somebody's pet.
Haven't seen any turkeys. It's got those loud cranes. Watching the tank in the trailer a few times. They got black pull behind the trailer. Right? See the reflection in it. They attack it. Not smart
I work at East Wait for that.
Chairs, there's still 2 or 3 empty ones. Here, 2 over there.
Still got 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know probably you moving it back. We need to telescope it up a little bit.
Oh yeah, all the chairs are gone now.
I'm still learning these things. They're on.
You're gonna fall through the door.
I worked out.
It's gonna be the worst thing that happened to me this week.
It's like we were waiting for you now.
How's it going, brother?
Hi, we're having just a sign-in sheet.
Really probably go get some nicotine for this whole thing. I got my chair. No one's stealing my chair, right? Sure.
We offered me a nickel, I'll rent it out.
You got it?
Are we starting now?
You got all of us.
I am.
You going in?
I don't
You can't come back out now.
Need some cyber. You remember I came in the shop the first time? I got a lot. I got
They're just counting to see how many comes to this. It's just a lot. They think this is going to be the biggest. That's my opinion. The biggest amount.
Oh, you're good. I'll go walk on the line. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a continuation. That's all the first thing. Get your welder set up. My son has chickens. You guys got it? Yes,
We can hear him. Let me make sure I can hear that person.
Okay, does anybody, Gail, you want to say hello?
Hello.
She doesn't have a microphone on yet.
Oh, wait, she doesn't have.
Hello?
That'll work.
Here, put. Here, okay, yeah. You're gonna put that on your clothing. You're gonna put that on your clothing. Yeah, it's on. Blue's on. You're gonna clip it on your clothing. You're gonna put that on your clothing. Don, are you refusing?
We're still saying, you're still there.
Well, I don't believe that's the case.
Don, are you refusing to wear your microphone? You complain about the sound. You complain about
your
all
camera,
of the
so
sound
it's probably
equipment.
out of
You're
line.
refusing to wear your microphone. That's I'm not the one that set it aside as we gave it to you. Every other council member, even Russell has one on.
It's not 7 o'clock yet, dude.
They sound like they're working.
You are literally something.
We all are something.
I didn't think about that.
This is fine. What's the agitation? Someone's, stirring something up here. No, that's the way I argue.
How many people are Clark Creek? Raise your hand and stand up. Yeah. I don't live here now, but I'm from here.
I'm not taking any medication. Oh, you mean for the weight loss?
So, 6. 7 of them. He's the most. What brought y'all here? We learned it. Huh?
We heard there was $50 bills.
Oh my God. Sloppy Joe's.
I think they must go high, we're not gonna get $50.
We come here, you guys.
All right, Mr. Warren, can you hear us?
That's gonna work better the further you have that back. In other words, yeah, the further you have it back.
It's not working? Y'all need me?
Yeah.
It's working.
It's working.
I'm just moving it back so we don't get feedback.
And then remember, Mayor, if anything goes wrong, you can just turn those triggers and the volume will go down. Just
About 4 minutes to 7. I'll set the alarm. I'll set the alarm.
Therese, those that are closer, so that karaoke party after the meeting. Therese first.
Still there, I need to grab that snack rope. That's my style. Tied back together.
Georgia, President Truman.
Have you been down Bedrock Road? Since I cleaned that.
Been down there since Chief.
Since you got down.
Yeah.
Check it out, I'm not finished with it. So I'm gonna try to a lot of work there. I'm trying to get, residents.
Yes,
They're
ma'am.
ready, they're ready.
It's rough at that time too.
Yeah,
I
oh,
wear
something.
gloves, I got the grabber, and I've got a lot
Oh,
of
really?
work, thank you.
She said, where was it? You said back there, but I didn't see him yet.
I'm never used to wearing gloves, so it's kind of.
It's a good spot.
Hey, that's my.
Pick a lot up with the grabbers.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Got you now. I got you now. Good. That's the good stuff. You want me to get out there?
They're asking.
Which one are you streaming over?
Facebook? You're live on Facebook?
YouTube.
YouTube, I can't make YouTube.
I'm looking for a live YouTube one. Trying to point them in the right direction.
I call that. I get an extra spot on my bingo card.
We're better with them too.
I'm a trivia girl too.
That's a good question. I don't know. They don't tell me. They don't tell me nothing.
Feel like a mushroom?
1 minute. I got a clock.
Oh, what it was.
No, Bruce called started.
Oh, we knew Johnny will.
Guess what? 7 o'clock.
You're good there?
Stand up for the pledge.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If I go right there in front of you for a few minutes, and I can walk you through this.
Stranger present.
Sonia Gale Lehman,
The first thing we got is the approval of the agenda. If everyone look that over. Do I hear a second?
I second.
All in favor? All right, all in favor, unanimous. Next is the bills.
I'll make a motion to accept the bills as printed out.
I have. Do I hear a second to pay the bills?
I second it.
Okay, all in favor to pay the bills? Unanimous. And then we had the one invoice for the pumps.
Yes.
We have an invoice for the pump repair that comes to $6,580.
That's on front one. I believe there's another service trip they made on this. It's not showing this.
What are you saying, Bill? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, if not, look at me and I'll reach
There, I believe there's another service call on this, that they're not listed on here. There's 2 service calls they made, and then the actual pump repairs. The pump repairs were initially right at $8,000, and we used to now, or six something thousand, they reduced it to 3,000 for 2 motors to be repaired. And then they've got, there's 2 service charges fees they won't pay as well for coming and servicing them, removing them, installing them, and trying to diagnose the problem. So it's actually, by the time we get that third bill in here, it'll be a little higher than this. But this is an agreement, this is an agreement with the pilot program on the filter up there. We're soon going to be following a liability again if we don't get this back online. Again, they got a lot of expense in the program. The town promised them that we would service them the water they need to operate their filter system. So it's something we're going to have to fix, and there's going to be more to it. This is just getting the motors repaired and getting started working. So when we get here, we can actually install them and do the thing, the upgrades that the engineers are saying we need to do. So it doesn't happen again.
So to keep water, we need it, right?
We have to have it.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
Can you hear me on this?
That's better.
Okay. That's better?
It's gotta be facing.
Does this have a volume control over here?
Nope,
No.
just pin it closer to your mouth.
The red part faces your skin.
All right, the blue light's not on, is what I'm saying. It wasn't.
All right, you had Brett for $50 in the pool breaking it.
Yeah.
All right, how's that?
Give it 1 second, he's down there doing that too.
You hear me now?
There you are.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
I hate that stuff yelling. I hate yelling. I heard that.
Jealous of my mic now.
Mr. Warren, you still with
Too
us?
much mic?
Yes.
Is there such a thing?
That's how we know. So, I'll make a motion that we repair the motors.
and I second it.
All in
It needs to
favor?
be done.
Unanimous? Okay, the next thing we have is the approval of the minutes from the June 13th meeting. Yeah, I'll look those over.
It seemed accurate to me.
Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
I second it. I make a motion too.
All right, all in favor of approving the
Minutes,
minutes?
approving the minutes, yes.
Yes.
I wasn't here for that, so I'll just abstain on that.
Okay. Record show, we have one abstain from Russell and the rest are passing that. Okay, now we have public participation, where the members of the public will have 3 minutes to speak to the council on a topic. Was there anyone who put anything in the box, filled out a card? Did anybody want to make a comment about anything?
About Otter Creek itself, you mean like of the last minutes, or?
Well, they can make comments about whatever they want, and the comments at the end will just
Okay,
pertain
that
to
would be-
what we've had in the meeting. So if anybody'd like to make a comment about anything. All right, you can start, Jeremy.
We got a 3-minute timer. Madam Mayor.
Watch the sand.
All right, I'm watching the sand, my comments in the box. Madam Mayor, Russell told us all that Mary DeGroot's items were the items that were taken from this building. As true truckloads left this building, Now, my lawyer tells me that the town's lawyer is stating that there are things that are missing from town hall. So I'm curious, as Russell has stated that those items were all personal belongings of Mary DeGroot, as you've now been in town hall, have any personal items of Mary DeGroot been found in the town hall building?
Yes.
Would this be, could you give examples? Is that fair to give examples?
Food, cat decor, safe, and various other
Items?
couple
Okay.
boxes.
I would like to ask Richard, Richard, I want to stress the gravity of your answer in this, okay? Because there is a lawsuit, it is very real, and what has happened is very illegal in this town. And so Russell has already clearly stated that it's Mary DeGroot's personal items. Mary DeGroot's personal items have still been found in the town. From what we know, 2 truckloads have actually been taken out of here. Will you share with us? And again, you can share now, you may have to share later in the court of law. What was taken to your knowledge and where was it taken?
Mary's personal items, they were just stuff. The only thing I can remember in my head is her radio, AM, FM radio, her dining room table, her little wagon that she always pulled back and forth to work.
This is public comment.
But what under the little things that are
Well, the comment too,
it was just stuff. I see no city items, no paperwork.
And can you share where those items were taken?
To her back room, whatever it is. It used to be a carport, I suppose. It's closed in, closest to the road.
Okay, thank you, Richard. The only additional comment I would make is Commissioner Don continues the law as it corrupts the public. And if he continues to do it, he's going to be held liable and accountable for it as well. I'm done with my public comment. Thank you.
Thank you.
We had another one here, one,
Yeah, I'm here because I got a $6,000 water bill. I need that fixed. Shocking.
I would be here too.
Oh, another swimming pool, huh?
You drink a lot of water.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
We didn't get the timer correctly, so you brought your quickly on that?
I do have it.
You mind sharing with us? We can look at it real quick.
He's got the record.
What do you want to?
Just look at the card, see what the balance is and why. And make sure, that's not six, that's $6,600. Well, yeah.
You ain't getting it.
And it's got, is 11, 85, 40, 12, 1,500, and so 2,100 gallons. Previous, it says a previous balance, there was a previous balance on the, do you have where that's, the previous balance is showing you?
I don't live there.
Okay. I understand. All right, this is, 6/9/23. So, looks as though the gallons are the same amount of usage on that bill as this one,
Exactly.
it's showing the previous bill of $81.
Exactly.
Okay. Obviously, the clerk order is somewhere in that system, and I think we should take a look at it.
All right.
Yeah, I'll make a photocopy.
You
Make
can
a
keep that.
photocopy of those two, and then we can fix it.
Well,
We can make a copy, we can get a copy.
Yeah, we can make a copy right now, and we can fix
Yeah,
it for
that'd
you
be
tomorrow.
And then we can
Yeah,
address
that'd be
it.
great.
Is there a phone number on record for you?
no.
Not a phone number on this one? So we can reach you tomorrow? Because 2,100 gallons would have been $35 or something, maybe $60.
The people that live there, that's their, that's my phone.
This bill is in your name?
Yes, I'm Ronnie McNeil.
Yeah, she can make a copy real quick and give that back to you. Thank you, Deanna.
We'll get into that, and we'll get right back to you tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you again, appreciate that, that was something, buddy. I certainly wouldn't let it in. I let mine go last year, I had a couple of them that way over the charge, but I deal with the hassle of it. But it wasn't that much, I would do that.
Was there anybody else that had a comment right now?
I just wanted to ask what the pumps would have cost to have been replaced versus being repaired.
$5,000 a piece, it's been $10,000.
Is that for the motors, Jim, by itself being rewound, or just replacement of the motors or the pump?
The pump housing and everything's got to be totally built with pump portion. Again, service calls, companies very high rate on their service calls. And then 2 of the service calls is what really is driving that price up. But they're working with us on the price for repairs, only because they definitely want us to pay the service. Anybody else got a comment? Question?
All right, moving right along. So next on the agenda is we're coming back to the 1-year term for the council member. I'd like to assign that to Russell Meeks.
Why are you assigning it to me? I was on regular rotation.
Because you don't come to meetings and
The charter clearly states
you haven't
that.
done the things you need to do. You've put us in a position where we're in lawsuits and everything else as a mayor. So you've gotten us into a fine mess here, so would you like to explain how you're on the board when you don't care about this town?
I care a lot about
Let me suggest something to you. I'm not at all sure that you're on legally firm footing determining as a council who gets the term. I don't know that there's any authority for that. It's kind of uncharted water the way this developed. And I did a little research on it and was not able to find anything. But I would say this, and this is not something that I've recently come to in reaction to what you're saying or doing. It's something I did a couple of months ago. And the question is, the people who voted for 3 candidates, they voted them in. What was the perception of the voters when they voted for a person occupying the chair that has only 1 year to go? Would they not have assumed that they were voting for somebody to fill the unexpired term? That was the only basis on which I could come to any decision as to who would actually have that short term. Now, I'm not the ultimate authority in judging, but I'm just saying you are not necessarily on firm footing deciding as a council who gets what term. So I'm making you aware of it.
Like you said, it's unknown territory, it's new, and obviously setting precedents for the future.
That's where they have a provision for a tie. And it's always been a random choice. That there's a tie for 2 people, you flip a coin. There's a tie for 3 people, there's some other
That's
method,
for
but
the
it has to
election.
be random. If it's not random, it's not fair.
That's for the election itself.
That's what we're talking about, a 3-way tie.
You want to know that the thing you should do is get an attorney general's opinion, and that would at least have the effect of a law. Because again, I don't think that there's a clear answer. And if you go ahead and you take this action and you're wrong, there could be consequences. So from an attorney's point of view, and believe me, I am totally apolitical. It does not matter to me. But from an attorney's point of view, it's my job to keep you from taking a step that might have negative consequences. And I'm just alerting you to the possibility that that could be so. But you may not have the authority to do what you're purporting to do.
Well, then her decision on this will be, would stand with the consequences that we speak with the Attorney General to see where their opinion of it to be changed or not. We'll do that in 30 days at the next meeting.
speak to the Attorney General on that matter and see what they have to say. The next thing we have. Thank you, Mr. Warren. Next, we can discuss the website prices. So having a website will cost $32 a month, and that will include a free domain for the first year. Thereafter, it would be about $15 a year to renew the domain. And if you have a website, then we can proceed in the future to do the water bill paying through the website. You can have the calendar. It's interactive. So do we want to proceed forward with doing the website for the town?
I'll make a motion we do.
Definitely have a website.
Have a website.
Certainly answer a lot of the issues that's coming about.
So do I hear a second from you?
I'll make a second.
All in favor? Unanimous? The clerk position's been listed. We've been accepting resumes. Now I need to know how you guys want to go about selecting from the resumes.
Well, I don't think you can rely solely on resumes unless you already have some.
Yeah, we need to do interviews, but I need
And you
input
also
from the
have to have
board.
a formal application that covers a large area.
Okay, we're taking the
Different things.
resumes and we're doing interviews. So how would you like to go forward with doing interviews? Because the board is supposed to be involved in the decision. I cannot solely do that alone. So I need to know, because we need a clerk, because I'm not coming in here for free anymore.
Well, good. I think there should be an application that everyone can read the applications after it's filled out. After normal way it's done.
Okay, so we're doing resumes and we need to do interviews. How are we going about doing the interviews? Is everybody gonna get together for the interviews?
I think you should do applications and then.
Okay, great. We're doing resumes and we're setting up interviews, okay? Everybody on the board is supposed to select who it is. So that means everybody has to get together. We've been having workshops that nobody showed up at, where we've been able to discuss things concerning everything going on, and nobody shows up. That shows me nobody cares. So I'm in here doing everything with the help of Belinda and with the help of Deanna. I'm not getting paid, Belinda's not getting paid. What are we doing here? Because people need to be involved.
Well,
Otherwise, we can
I think you should get
unincorporate and
paid.
shut the town down.
I think you should get paid.
For
what you have been doing.
I'll make a motion that we, because this office
And
paperwork is 3 to 4 years behind. There's working there, it's not been touched for years, and we lost our town funding because the reports from 3 years ago weren't turned in. They finally had cut off our funding. We got it reestablished and done all this work. The clerk has not done nothing except for idle stuff outside of her duties. And it is obvious as much as there is just stuck aside in a pile away. And these are things we went through on the workshops, and everyone was invited here. And these are when all kinds of things have turned up during those workshops, and those decisions and what to do with them was discussed during that workshop. And I make a motion that we pay Belinda and Therese for their time. They've been here working all this time, and they've been working 30 and 40 hours a week or more.
She has not been working her regular job.
Teresa's been giving up her paycheck on her job to be here to do it. I make a motion that we pay them for their time, we calculate it up, and we write them a check for the amount of at least of a consistent wage at that level, what they've been doing. And and we need them to keep on for a little while longer until we can get this other person in here. The interviews, so Don, I'm taking it, well, let me stop. That's the motion to pay. Do we get a second to pay them?
Well, it's not really on the agenda. So I don't think we
It is on
should
the agenda.
consider that.
It was on the agenda discussing the clerk.
Well, we're talking about applications for the.
That's what a resume is.
Does anybody second the motion?
That's an old man that don't know what it is.
It's got a cell phone, so I
You're gonna
understand.
rely on their resume?
What kind of resume is?
Who does a resume?
The world.
Educated
The
people.
world. That's right.
Educated
Like
people.
you, Dawn, you do applications.
It's not a position at Herschel's, this is a intelligent
If you
position.
saw the basic applications they've used in the past, it's shameful.
You have to have
It's
resumes,
shameful.
and then resumes, certainly, you know, how else have we done our job?
Okay, I'm not gonna reiterate this any further. We're doing resumes, we're doing interviews.
Resumes are
So if
fine,
you're gonna be on the
interviews are
board
fine.
and if you're gonna be involved in the process, then do so. Otherwise, don't be on the board, because if you're for this town and you're for the
I'm all
people,
for this
then you should
town.
be on the board and doing what we need to do to move forward.
I don't wanna argue with Teresa, but you have to have applications.
Well, I make a motion that we all get together and look over the resumes.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to.
And look on the list.
The resumes.
Call it
And
an
talk to these people.
application if it makes you happy.
Yes, that's a good
Yeah.
start.
Oh, my God. He's okay with that.
Yeah, we got
There's important deadlines for a lot of things that need to be done because the ball's been dropped for quite a while and we're in penalty zone on a lot of things.
How do you verify resumes?
Oh, my God. Dawn, a resume is the same thing as an application, but you get more details on it.
But you remember something, folks,
A resume like an
if
application.
you get together and have a meeting to consider resumes for a clerk, that meeting, there's more than one council person there, has to be noticed.
Right, we have,
Certain protected, certain information that would not have to be disclosed to the public, but the fact that there's a meeting and it's going to be attended by more than one council person.
Right.
That requires sunshine law notice.
Which is what we're trying to set up right here, right now. So we need to get on the same page and set that up.
that is, we have it already listed as an ongoing workshop, because there is so much work going on here weekly already. This should be able to fall into one of those days of the workshop, that's already noticed, notice is already given.
Okay, done.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to speak to probably what Don was saying. The difference between a resume and an application is the fact that in an application, you provide for the applicant the different things that you are looking for. In a resume, and a prospective employee can put anything down they want. And so with an application, you're comparing apples to apples. With the resume, you're comparing apples to oranges to whatever. And so, if nothing else, even if you don't do an application, you all need to come up with the specific things you're looking for from each applicant, so that you can compare one to the other. But that's the reason for an application as opposed to a resume.
The job posted, it's already posted in all the details of the job, listed on the advertising. That's what people are responding to the resume to, and of course, we need to filter all the resumes we've got down to what we think is a primarily the better ones, and then have everyone, so that we're not going through 6 applications, going through the 4 top ones or the 4 or 5 upper ones, and pinning it down even further. And I think those steps are being met through the listing of this job description.
How do you vet a potential employee? You have to vet them.
So what day are you coming in here to look through the resumes?
Anytime we're ready.
Okay, so we have workshops Wednesday and Thursday from 10 to 2. So that would be tomorrow or Thursday. I can expect to see you in.
Tomorrow, Wednesday,
Okay.
Do you need everybody those days? I mean,
Well, everybody-
I'll work this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's what I'm saying. But I'll be back Monday.
Everybody needs to look through the resumes so that we can pick who we want to do interviews, because you're not gonna interview all of them.
And we can extend the workshops on out. A workshop only requires 24-hour notice for the sunshine law. So we can extend it out through Thursday or Friday.
So would be your next available day? Monday?
Well, then I think we should make notice in the meeting that we're going to extend the workshops from Monday through Friday, so that way everyone has an opportunity to come in their schedule, and take a look and go through the ones, and then,
The clerk position is the most important position,
Yes.
and with all these deadlines, this is insane. if we don't get these things done, you might as well just lock up the doors and unincorporate, because you can't continue going on this way. It's a mess. And I can't believe all the things that were not done over the past year that we are getting fined for. While we had 3 people in here getting paid is ridiculous. And now people are expected to come in here for free and fix this mess. It's ludicrous.
All right, I want to go back to my motion to, I'm gonna make a motion that we make a motion to pay Belinda and Therese for the times they've been working in here and the time it takes until we get a court position filled. I'll make a motion. Anybody second? That we pay them for their time.
I second the motion to pay them until we can get a clerk.
How much are you gonna pay them?
The going wages that the clerk would get.
How much is you were getting paid?
$50 an hour.
Well, it's probably, less than that, I'm sure.
Is it retro? Is it retro from the beginning?
Yes, those will be backdated from time, because they've been here working 3 weeks, 4 weeks now, day after day after day after day. And I know that Teresa's been given up her income to do it. Belinda has been given up her time, but she's chases down, she's got stuff to do with her father and medical stuff and issues of doing. And she's given up a big sacrifice of times in her life as well. I think they need to be compensated, absolutely. And for the job they have done, they have well deserved being compensated.
I personally wouldn't expect to get paid any more than what Mary was getting paid.
The clerk position wages, I guess we'll discuss that at a later time, but we'll assume that is, actually, we probably will discuss it tonight so that we can take care of this issue in line with that. The clerk position is, for the level we need, is going to be somewhere around $20 as an intern, coming in initially. And with the progression of getting to $25 an hour within a year or 2 years' time, it'll be 6 months integrations or progressions to get to that 25 an hour. Because the clerk we need needs that type of wage, because there is a lot to be done in there and a lot to keep organized. And obviously it's too much for the previous staff and that had experience in here. So it is overwhelming.
There's also clerk certification.
I agree with that too. So those will be the wages that we're talking about on the funds that we're paying these kids here at the time, there's the wages. And then we'll go from there on into the new positions of the clerks will follow the same suit of time wages.
And I will be more than happy for a clerk to get hired and not come in here and do any of it. So I'm not looking for a future as a clerk.
She wants her job back.
I'd like my life back.
So you saying we're gonna pay $25 an hour? Is that what you're saying?
No,
It
start
says it's public on that.
$20 an hour is what the job is going to start out at, and then based on their experience and their levels of growing in it and time, work it up to the 25 is the max, basically. But
For what we're gonna pay them for what they're doing.
$20 an hour, $15 an hour. Is that right?
Yes. Like I said, I wouldn't expect to get paid
I think
anything more.
that's what Mary's was 15.
15.50, but they can have it.
Whatever it is, whatever wage was is what it is. But Belinda's would definitely be 20, and I really certainly hope that she puts in, I think she already has put in for the type clerk position, or at least the bookkeeping portion of it.
There is a resume.
Yeah, and I think that she is well qualified for the higher level
And
of
this,
that pay scale.
the clerk position needs to be split into 2 clerk positions, one for the financial side and the rest for the administrative side. And it should still equal the 30 hours, so it's not gonna go over what Mary was working. Either it can be 10 and 20, 15 and 15, either way it's gonna be 30 hours. That way you always have somebody to cover the other person, should they not show up or they quit, like we're in the mess we're in now, we wouldn't be in that mess in the future if you have 2 people that are trained on everything. So going forward, that's the way it needs to be broken down.
I think the administrative side is the shift, we need to get back to open Monday through Friday. from 10 to 2. As soon as you get the position filled, that position is the administrative position, and the bookkeeping will be based on the hours that she requires through the schedule she can provide us with, working in between her medical issues that she's working with at home.
I think if that's what you wanted to bring up this meeting, it should have been on the agenda. It just come up.
Do you want me to write a novel? Because it's in the agenda of what we're talking about. And again, if you would have been attending the workshops about the clerk position, you would know all this already.
Workshops aren't a requirement.
If you're on the board and you're working towards doing things on the town, then you should come and discuss what needs to be done.
Well, that's what we have meetings for.
Once a month meeting when we're in the crisis we're in is not gonna fix things.
Well,
I'm sorry I'm putting you out so much.
you're not putting me out.
How do you think we're gonna get anything done?
Are you interrupting me?
I am.
Oh, my goodness.
Go on.
No, I'm right. I stand interrupting you.
Okay, let it be noted.
Please. What are agendas for? Agendas is so we get the agenda, we know what we're gonna be discussing and what we're gonna be voting on. All of a sudden you bring up this out of the clear blue sky and.
Have you read the agenda?
I certainly
There's no
read
clear
it
blue
many
sky.
times. But nothing about raising.
Okay, so now we're getting off topic and I'd like to reel it back in.
If, you know, if people would have been helpful, you wouldn't have had to pay these people all this money.
So is there any more about the discussion of splitting it into two? Because I'm pretty sure that way back when they hired Angela, this was the same reasoning, to hire two people, so that if Mary was out and anything happened, somebody would know what was going on. Am I wrong about that? Because that was what was said way back then.
And we voted on that, yes.
So, and it's not going more than the 30 hours that Mary was getting paid.
That's
We're
not the
actually
point at
using
all.
a lot less hours.
It's not the point to it.
Okay, so do you want to help make things good, or are you just gonna knock everything down?
I'm not trying to knock everything down.
I'm trying to
Why?
move forward with something better.
Why, what's the reason for having an agenda for meetings? What's the reason?
For you to read it.
Would you like to make a motion to add this question to the agenda so that we can make a motion to go on, so he doesn't have to die on this mountain?
Yeah, I would do that. It is, the clerk's position is listed in the clerk's position is listed in the agenda and we discussed. Wages is part of that decision. It's all the same. It ain't like it's isolated out, we can only talk about one sentence. It's all about the clerk
Okay,
position.
well, wait till we hit new business where it says splitting clerk position into two part-time positions, clerk/bookkeeper, okay? Because it's here.
Yes.
I was just bringing it up.
You're bringing, and you're going to.
Anyway. Let's move forward.
Terry, you have a second on the motion for you and Belinda to get paid. Do you want to vote on that?
You have a second? Zim made a motion to pay Belinda and Teresa, and Gail seconded it.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Dookie?
I need to be paid.
Thank you, Don.
Well, if it's been on the
Okay, thank you, Don.
It is only
No, Don says no. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about the equipment disposal. There was a list made of all the old equipment. All the hard drives have been pulled out of the computers so they can be properly disposed of. Do I hear a motion to dispose of this equipment?
Is it ready to be disposed of?
Yeah, all the hard drives have been pulled. They're saved in the office. They will stay in the office, and everything is blank.
I'll make a motion, we go ahead with that.
Do I hear a second? All in favor? Unanimous?
Before you go on, there was a motion on the floor, to look through the resumes, but that was it, nothing past the motion.
We've made the workshop throughout the week, so who wants to come in, go through resumes can go in.
So the workshop will go Monday through Friday, so people can come in and look at the resumes and we can set up interviews.
If all could, next Tuesday, at least come through and spend our time on it, going through on it, so that next week we can make a decision on the next step. Okay?
Yeah, that's really important. The next thing we had was the bank access at the one bank has been changed. Up until June 14th, somebody was still accessing it online and ordered debit cards for one of the accounts and turned on one of the debit cards that was shut off. Now all the accesses online have been changed. I don't know why anybody would be accessing those accounts. So that's the update on that.
Can you share who had access to those accounts?
The online access was from the previous clerk. She was the only one who had online access.
It's supposed to be in rehabilitation.
So the bank did say that we might look in the future into even changing our email address, because if that's the things that were gonna be going on.
So what did they do?
They went online and signed in on the bank accounts while they still had access to the online, because
But they had already quit.
they weren't working here anymore, and the bank had shut off the debit cards. Well, they turned one back on and ordered another one.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
even know why you would do that, but
Was anything purchased on it?
no, and the bank shut it all off. And
Is it traceable to find out who done that?
they can find out from the IP address, so
Or we wanna pursue finding out?
I believe we should.
Well, here's the.
Was there anything else about that? Okay. The previously scanned documents, just to update you on that, they've been found in several different locations on different computers, but none of the stuff that was scanned in was labeled or named, unfortunately. So, and then some of the file folders that were named are empty. So unfortunately, it seems like that whole process will need to be started over again, so you paid people to do that for no reason. Apparently the other people that were hired were not allowed access to the office and were told to just scan it to the computer in there, and then an $1,100 printer that was purchased in February. In that corner, access to the office. We did a $100 printer at the time. There was 2 working printers in the office, so we wasted $1,100 on a printer that wasn't needed.
I thought we needed that to scan. We was gonna scan all
The
those.
ones in the office scan that
Okay.
work fine. So we did not need that, nor did we need one. If you were gonna buy one, you certainly didn't need an $1,100 printer.
When we voted on it, we was told they wasn't working, so.
Yeah, they were.
Or they needed 2 to scan, that's what it was. They needed 2 people to be scanning at one time, so that's why we did that.
There is two scanners
Yeah.
in there already.
Yeah.
But the assistant clerk stated their purpose was, it was purpose for them, so they wouldn't be in it, they couldn't come in the office. They were shut out from all the business going on in the
So
office.
I just wanted to
So
let
can
you
we
know
return
that. I wish. I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay.
People need to be more vigilant on what's getting
What we're spending,
purchased and what's the real story, because that wasn't needed. And it seems like people have no problem with wasting money on certain things, but don't want to pay for other things, and I don't really understand any of that. But moving forward, what else? The pending lawsuit, we're still trying to find the files to provide. The audio files have not been recovered. Those are missing from the office. There's different things, and it's hard to try to gather up these things for the lawsuit when we have so many other deadlines for things as well. So that's still ongoing, just to let you know.
And there were some copies of the minutes and stuff are missing of the meetings in these times.
Yeah, it seems like for some reason, the time periods that were requested are missing from this building. So I don't know if those are things that we can
done.
device that it was recorded on, however. correct?
So there might be a purple item.
No, it's a crash device.
Well,
Nothing was recovered audio file wise from any of the hard drives.
that sounds like someone should be able to retrieve that stuff. It's just that-
Sounds like someone deleted it.
Maybe the person that took it out of the
Even
building
when they
should
delete
retrieve
stuff,
it.
it can still be recovered. I think you should make a
The recording devices
effort
are
to recover that stuff. It's very important.
There was recovery, the recording devices were the tape, and the tapes are not here.
Tapes? aren't
Yeah.
there? Oh,
And that recorder was.
That was like about at least over 5 years ago.
They have older ones in this building, but not those. So I'm just saying that those are missing, so we're still trying to get all those things together.
Took stuff from
So I just want to keep you informed of the progress or lack thereof. with the
So
different
you're
things.
saying over 5 years ago was missing?
Over 5 years ago, when they did cassette tapes, then they got the new digital recording devices. And that's linked to the computer, to the hard drive, and they had a computer dedicated to it. And that's the one that cracked. So it should be
And you should be dealing with counsel on that, not making it a public issue.
Thank you.
I keep people informed. Now we're moving on to the nuisance dogs with the animal control and the update of that. So in order to have an animal control officer, you're required to complete a 40-hour minimum course, and that is $550. And as I've looked in the things going back and forth in conversations with the previous clerk and lawyers and whatnot, they said that unless we were gonna have a facility to keep the animals, that wouldn't be something we could afford to do. So at this point, Lee County has told me if we drop off animals there, they'll accept them. So going forward,